glasses so I could see my really bad hair. Okay, so I have to go to work maybe in a few hours. I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm being outsourced or loaned um, to a different branch of Papa John's, so I'll be working somewhere also off of. I guess I don't need to say where, but yeah, I'll be loaned out. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that's a bit more relevant. All right, here. This. Now, for future generations, I will say this to those of who recognize this, and I doubt few of you do. This is called a dollar. Now, to those of you who are watching this now, in the current year of 2021, everyone knows what this is, right? All right. Now, to those of you in 2021, do you remember a little gimmick called the Disney dollar? Yeah, quaint, ain't it? It was nice. It had its place and its time, and now it's gone. Now, the reason I bring those up is because 10 years from now, or further, you will think back when you see a dollar randomly wherever you find it, and you will think, oh, look, a dollar. Oh, that's quaint. That thing that had its place and its time. Trust me, by the end of this decade, if and probably a little bit further on, whenever you see this, you will think the same thing. It's a quaint little thing. Because, because we have been killing it for the past like 40 years, pretty much. Like a lot of other economics that have come before, economies, I guess, we disconnected the dollar from gold. We, God, we've done so many things to this dollar, it's ridiculous. Basically, we did the financial crashes. We made the national debt, which do not look at it now, because quite frankly, looking at the national debt now is like noticing a big hairy rapist outside your window. Scary. It's like that. It does not make your day at all. So we have invented the credit card and gave the credit card to a bunch of, well, an entire generation basically, um, between the hippies and the 80s kids, because basically we gave them to the people who do not understand the concept of responsibility, who come and say, I don't want to be responsible, I want to be carefree. And then we started racking up debt. So between those two generations, the 70s and the 80s, when all right, put that down, it's making too much money. Too much money. Is that? We'll get to that. These two generations were racking up debt like crazy, and we've done that for like 30 years until 2006, 7, and 8 when the financial crash happened, and then all that came crashing down. Then we said, oh, but why not just print more money, right? You see, economists or economies do not like it when people make copies of their money. You know, that's fraud. You know that doesn't help the economy. But the economy will say, but it's acceptable when we feel we need to do it and do it in mass. So that's what we did. We printed more money to help out what's called stimulus. Not that we have that much money. No, we definitely don't have that much money. But we said, why not? So we did that again. and again, and again, and again. So, here we are, in the midst of another crisis. Our society has ground to a halt for the past year now, almost a year, come next month on February, and we're going to keep printing these things out until about pretty much until the fall, and they said until September when all the vaccines will be out, institutions will start to open up again, and then we will, get the kids back in schools, and then our economy will pick up, and then we'll be good and dandy again. Actually, we will not. This will take another hard hit, hard hit. And we'll be devaluing because we will say we'll just take it a little further, then a little further, then a little further. Then, before you know it, like everything else in life, you turn around and next thing you know, this thing ain't worth jack. Because what can I buy with it? Not much. Not much. And I still be able to, you know, get out of it what I gotten before? Answer is no. No. Right now, you can get a meal, like for the past like couple, maybe the decade, I guess, you can get a decent meal for about 10 to 12 bucks. You were getting a decent meal a lot less back in the past, I know that much, but the cost of living is only going to go up. How much does it cost to buy furniture, pay your bills, go to the dentist? Dentists are always expensive as hell. I got credit care just to do that because right now, just the two dental procedures I had, deep cleansing, which is basically like sandblasting your teeth, and the removal of my tooth, that was like $1,000. First procedure costed the most. That's 400. That was $800. That's $400. Upper and then lower. And the other one was like 250 or something like that for a tooth removal. That's a pair of pliers. That's it. And some numbing agent. That's $200. So I have to. I'm slowly paying that off. I'll pay it off more once I have. It's a system. I'll be paying everything off throughout the course of the year. Right now, um, it's the re transmission. I'm paying off that now, and then I don't know what I'm going to put after the transmission. I'll consult with my father, and if he really needs it, then I will bump him to the next thing in line to take care of, and then I will take care of everything else eventually more at some point. Probably preferably in the fall when I have the second job, and then I'm making tons of money. Then I can just pay everything off in a few months. Probably about within about in about 6 months, I'll probably have like everything paid off. 6 months, yeah. So it'll be about summer of 2022. I'll be completely debt free, which would be awesome. Yeah, but right now we're still in the upswing of that, getting things back to normal. Now I bring you the bad news to tell you the good news. Money of the future. Now I know there are a lot of things in life people don't have any faith in because they're like, this future thing. It's like, really, what's that? This fangled thing. And people have said they don't believe in things, and we look back today, it's like that's a household name. Everyone knows what the fuck that is. Superman, the formula to make Mickey Mouse a star. You know, no, the guy who was Walt Disney's boss back in the day at the old company that Walt Disney and his little merry band of animators used to work for. They figured out what success is, the formula for success. And then they go to the boss saying, "Boss, I have an idea. This seems to work. I want more money." He goes, "No, we're cutting your staff and you're firing people." So he took his animators and he left because he says this is what's working. But his boss doesn't see that. So then they left and they developed the Walt Disney Company, with that formula. So they just said, well, we couldn't take the old mascot with us. We'll make a new mascot, Mickey Mouse, use the formula, boom, instant success, instant fame, and, well, the rest was history. Same thing with Superman. Nobody wanted Superman when they pitched the idea. Go, Superman, oh, what's this thing? Oh, everyone knows what Superman is. And tons of other things where people didn't really believe in the internet because they didn't really know what it was. What is this fangled DARPnet thing? I think it goes back to what's called the DARPnet, I believe, or something like that. And it had many names kind of before and after that, but when it started to become rather known, and then it was called the World Wide Web for a while, and then it was called the Internet, and just stayed as the Internet or web. And so, you know, things aren't always very popular when they begin until they actually become prevalent or relevant or likable. Same thing with this. Let's call it Bitcoin. I got this so as a physical representation of what I am deciding to do now. Finally deciding to do now, much like a lot of other people. About 10 years ago, it is rumored, no one actually knows who this guy is, but it is rumored under the name, which we believe is fake, this guy, or person, whoever it is, decided to say we need a better sense of security in our currency. Because we're killing it, dear people. We're killing it. We found that this guy came up with a new set of math something or other. I don't know how it works. It's called a blockchain. And it is basically everyone keeps a ledger, and that ledger is constantly being updated by everyone else. And so there is no such thing as lies, and you can't lie. You can't. It's next to impossible to do so. It's a thing. They showed how if you try to lie, it won't work. And so it's all keeping track of this stuff, and it's revolutionary. And it's been past 10 years. It's been slowly gaining um, exposure. Now, the key thing about this is that it's not backed by a country or it's its own economy. So it varies widely because not enough people are owning it or using it. So if very few people are owning it and using it, yeah, it's going to go all over the damn place. But slowly but surely, everybody is starting to become aware of it. Everyone is starting to use it. And now, just now, institutions such as the businesses are starting to say, hey, excuse me, um, there are, businesses that are investing in it, utilizing it. If one of the big people like Google Play or Amazon or anything like that say that they will accept, that's what we're hoping in the near future, sometime this year, if they accept it as a state of currency, that's going to open up the market for so many people. It's it will be a big leap forward for us. It will help stabilize it because more people will have or be able to use it on more of a daily basis. So even though 10 years later it is still climbing slowly but surely, it's a very, very jagged but very, very long uphill, upward trend. You know, it's only gaining popularity. It's never gonna. Right now, it's in the 30s, high 30s to lower 40s ish thousands. And but it's never going to go back down to 20. It gains a certain point or popularity where it will not go back down to whatever previous point. It won't. It can't. Too many people know about it. Too many people own it. Too many people are using it. So therefore, it's only going to slowly, let me get this point across, slowly increment, go up and up and up. But it will do so. It's a long game for Bitcoin. Others are not so, much like Ethereum, which I've also invested in. Maybe I should get a coin for that too. That is also starting to take off. And it is more utilizing it more as a platform for free, demilitarized, um, decentralized um, virtual space. You know, so you're not just buying a currency; you're buying virtual space, or utilizing, or creating, helping to create virtual space in order to run things from outside of control of the man. Because we've seen what the man does. The man is currently killing it. This is slowly going bust. Imagine the edges here, not necessarily a flame, but like a burn mark. It's slowly consuming this dollar. So, like, part of this right here, that's gone. This is being devalued as we speak. It's slowly going bust. Because people are overextending it like crazy. Not me. I didn't choose this. I didn't say disconnect it from gold, you know? Okay, anyone remember Ocean 13 when they're describing about the bank? Not bank, but how much money is in the vault. The vault itself, it says they have to cover every every dollar that's on the casino floor. So therefore, on the fight night, everyone will be gambling. So therefore, they have to bring in more money to balance that out. So whatever they have on the floor is equally measured and is in the vault. The damn thing is, we broke that a long time ago. We no longer have the money that's out on our floor, out in this country, around the world. We don't have that in the gold reserves. We don't. We have money down there, sure, but it's no longer connected, and we've done this and that, and yeah, we have a lot of money in gold, but it's not going to help us. Like I said, our national debt, if they call that in, Lord knows what's going to happen. It's ridiculous. Grown-ups, grown-ups are put in charge of this, and they're screwing up. They're screwing us up. And here comes another stimulus check because we need it. Because everything's closed down. I know we're making hard decisions, but still, you gotta understand the ramifications of these hard choices of not just tomorrow or the next day. He goes, yeah, I would love to have, yeah, 2 grand in my pocket right now would be fine. I could pay off these debts I have that I've racked up for goods and services. And I'm now finally being paid $15 an hour. I'm finally have, after 3 months, getting my only 1 day off, which is nice, so I could make more money. So, yeah, investing in Bitcoin is probably the best thing for a lot of people right now. Don't put in a lot of money. Put in just like a couple $100, or maybe a couple grand if you can spare it, or whatever. It's whatever money you don't need right now, which is probably not a whole lot of people because a lot of people are broke and they need the $2,000. So I say if you have the 2 grand, just put in like 200 into like a coin or two. Just put just put some money down and just don't touch it. Don't touch it. Forget about it for like a year to up to 10 years. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave. I'm not even touch this damn thing for at least a year to, if not, the rest of the decade. Just to see where this goes, to see where my money, say my seed money, takes me. Because I'm not sure where exactly this is going to go or how high up this is going to go. But I do know that this is only going to go down further. Trying to dig yourself out of the hole this is in, Especially at this point, no. I don't think this economy is capable of doing that, of pulling the dollar around and making it more valuable. It can try. It can damn well try. But I don't believe that. I've seen the graphs, I've seen the scientists, I've listened to the talks. But my basic understanding is we are past the curve. It's like this weird bell curve thing. They said we are about here. So this dollar is, you know, is 60% on its way to going bust. We still have a long ways to go. Oh, it'll take a long while before then, before it starts to become, you know, you look at it and say, why the fuck am I bothering with this? It's going to be a long while before then. I say about early as least another 10 years before that happens. That's why I say just put in some seed money into crypto now, so that by the end of the 10 years, you'll look at it and say, "Wow, this started off with just a couple hundred, and look at it now. It'll be more than a couple $100. I know that much." Yeah, so that's my say. You know, look at it for yourself. I say, do your own homework. Look at it. Look at all the figures. The state we're in now, current state of money. You know, look at cryptocurrency. Look at everything I've talked about. Look at it and make up your own mind. I told my nephew that once. I said, it's okay if you don't understand it, but one day you will come to understand the situation, the world. And the only thing I can tell you is when that day comes, when you understand it, take a look around and make up your own damn mind. So that's my advice to you. Take a look at everything I've presented before you. Take a look at your world and make up your own mind. I leave you with that. And then we'll all meet up at the at the drive-ins. All right. Take care. Bye.